Sir.
Okay, shalom, shalom. So, Brother Kadash, want to start off by giving out praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Kadash. Just look at this surveillance technology they have, and I'm going to give you a little backstory on some of the info that I got on this surveillance technology. Pretty much crime is over with, and it's only going to get more and more advanced, with the AI technology, that pretty much any criminal act is going to be over with, but they're going to take it even farther. They're going to be able to blackmail people. They're going to be able to put things and falsely accuse people. We believe that they are going to falsely accuse the ones of us that call ourselves Hebrew Israelites, and they're going to come up against us, So this thing is coming to an end. Just check this out.
And no laws are broken. The most obvious culprit is all the cameras. And America has as many surveillance cameras per person as communist China. Police departments from New York to LA are combining these cameras with facial recognition technology to track everyone. You're also giving away your personal information about where you are, what you like, even about your mental health, without even realizing it. Every click, purchase, and like is harvested and sold for profit by data brokers, feeding a growing digital advertising market that is close to $1 trillion in value. Even your car tire sensors allow you to be tracked. Byron Tao is the author of Means of Control.
A lot of that data ends up in the hands of data brokers, and those data brokers make that data available for sale to researchers, to marketers, to companies, and even to governments. So it's very, very difficult to escape the kind of logging and surveillance that modern technology brings along with it.
It's being called surveillance capitalism.
The internet is now a prison. It's a surveillance prison. It is owned and operated by private capital.
They want access to our contacts. They want access to our calendars. Well, lots of app developers take that information and they suck it up. They vacuum it up. They know.
Okay, so look, there's a lot more on that, but it just goes to show how it's deceptive, how deceiving the system is. They give you technology that makes your life easier, but in return, they take away your liberty and your freedom. So you're trading your liberty and your freedom in for comfort, and that's the deception. We believe also that that's going to be the same deception with the MOTB, where it's going to make your life so much convenient. It's going to make it so much easier. You're going to have perks to it, but it's going to take away your freedom. You're trading in your freedom. And then you becoming a slave to the man that's ruling the world, which is Esau. Then you putting Esau as your God. And then the real Lord, the most high God in the heavens, you're not worshiping him no more. You start worshiping man. You start worshiping the creature more than the creator.
Who your friends are. They know where you go. So that kind of information is available for sale.
Your data is also being sold to the police and the federal government. A product called Fog Reveal allows police to create what are called patterns of life on a person and to possibly track them without a warrant. The government is also continuing to use a backdoor in the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, or FISA, to spy on Americans, which is supposed to be illegal. But
it's supposed to be illegal. Now, this hits home for me because, I done had a lot of friends that I grew up with that is sitting in jail right now because of, them using these illegal technologies. Like, I had a friend where, they would sit there and his whole case is based off Facebook. They'll sit there and watch his Facebook stories and see the alleged illegal activities that he's doing. And then when it comes to the streets, they'll know what car he was driving in from pictures on social media. So they're pretty much become bounty hunters. And around the city, they'll look for that certain car. And then whenever they see that certain car, they know that it's him or they think that it's him, they'll pull it over and they harass that certain car, which is supposed to be illegal, right? But they'll do that. And then once they get you in a car, they'll find any reason, right, to pull you over. And maybe if they do find something on you, now what they're doing is they'll go to your house. So they'll find something on you, that give them probable cause to get a warrant. They'll get a warrant, which it shouldn't be so easy for them to get a warrant. They should have to go through a court system to get a warrant. But these days, they could just get on FaceTime with a judge and get a warrant just within 30 minutes. And then next thing you know, they're pulling up to your house where they finding a whole bunch of other illegal stuff, and now you're sitting in jail, which is crazy. So it's just giving them all the power with the surveillance. But I want to they finna bring up something else that's very interesting.
What really bothers Dave Moss, the director of investigations at the Electronic Frontier Foundation, are all the license plate readers used by police.
This is one of the most pernicious and offensive technologies in the United States. It is misrepresented to the public in such a way that people think it's doing one thing when it's actually doing another. So for your audience, license plate readers are cameras that take a picture of your car and digitize the license plate as well as other elements to it, your bumper sticker, the color, make, model, year, whether you have damage to your vehicle, and uploads that to a central database along with where your car was seen and when. So a police officer can sit down at a computer and type in your license plate and see everywhere across the country that your vehicle was caught on camera, sometimes going back years and years and years.
And I seen this in real life, in real person, because I had to make a police report for my business about a stolen car, because I have a car dealership. So when I was seeing it, just like this officer right now that's in the seat, he had a computer and I was standing by the window. And he typed in the make and model. They could do license plates, but they also could just do the make and model of a car. And it shows them that make and that model of the car, all the cameras that caught that certain car make and model around town, and where they was at, what street and what time. It shows them that. That's why I said crime is pretty much over with, because you have to get away some type of way. You see what I'm saying? If you use a car or anything like that, they're going to catch you. You see what I'm saying? So what he was doing was, let's just say like a Jeep Cherokee. He'll just type in Jeep Cherokee and it'll show him all the Jeep Cherokees that's been caught by the camera systems around town. Now, the police, I feel like they shouldn't be able to use that camera system. That camera system shouldn't be for them to be able to use. You see what I'm saying? But they are able to use it, which that's why that people saying that it's illegal and they're spying, because if they could just tap into these camera systems that's on the light poles or on the pretty much on the light poles or at the gas station or whatever, then that's pretty much 100% spying on you at all times. And then they could use those things in court, which they shouldn't be able to use those things in court. So the city is like a trap. They're watching everything that goes. They're watching people that come into the city, that goes out of the city. They're watching everywhere anybody travels, and they could just type in that car model and then boom, they got you. So that's crazy. Now watch this though.
The license plate reader went off on it and said it was a driver's license restraint. So it looks like on here, so she has a suspended driver's license.
That can be on any screen on the computer, and if it hits on a license plate, it'll pop up.
It doesn't matter whether you are tied to a crime or not, they're capturing it on everyone. And that allows them to track you in real time. They can add you to a watch list and just watch you and get alerts every time you pass a camera.
A Duke University study found that data brokers are also selling lists of people with depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, and PTSD, all harvested from medical apps and websites. Constitutional attorney John Whitehead says this is all a clear violation of the Constitution's ban on unreasonable searches and seizures.
The Fourth Amendment's dead because on their phones and their laptops, they have all this information on you. It's called predictive policing, and they're watching everything people are doing.
There have been some ingenious attempts to thwart facial recognition, however, none of these work. The surveillance of Americans is an issue that should unite both the political right and left, because we're all losing an important constitutional protection.
If you care about something, then you should be worried about surveillance. I don't care what the issue is that you care about. It could be gun rights. It could be the rights of Palestinians. If you care about something, surveillance is going to harm your rights.
We asked the FBI if it's still buying the data of Americans. It did not respond. The question is, can Americans roll back the surveillance state when data harvesting is now such a large part of the economy and so little is being done to stop it? The issue has been raised on Capitol Hill, but a new law this year only protects Americans' data from being sold to some foreign governments. Tao says consumers need to realize that most of the apps on their phone are trying to gather data to be sold. Beware of granting apps location permissions. Use only encrypted messaging services and search engines that promise not to track you. You can also delete your phone's advertising ID, which can be used to track your habits and movements. And you can buy services that remove your data from the marketplace. For there to be any fundamental return to privacy in America, however, experts say Americans are going to have to demand more change from Washington.
And I was watching another video, I believe, and they said they could even track they could use the tire sensors, the tire sensors that's on your car, right? On most modern cars, they could track you by your tire sensors. So the power that they're getting is just getting more and more advanced. When they say, okay, the AI, they finally got the artificial intelligence technology. You thought that was just going to be given to you and put in your cars. No, that's being given to them first. They had that technology years before they gave it to the public, and it's just making them more and more powerful. So this is Revelation 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life into the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, right? And it's just really talking about the system of the beast. And this is what this video is about. And he caused of all, both small, great, rich, and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you're worshiping this beast system because you're forced to, because the power is like God-like power that they're having over you, right? And you know, maybe they may come with a physical, or we say a physical implant, you know what I mean? And then that's going to make things even more tighter. So, but you can see the direction of where it's going. It's just it's taking away more liberty, more freedom of the people, and it's giving the government more power and more power over the people. So with that, I'm gonna say salvation to the elect. Shalom.